Well, hi guys, welcome. Happy 2021. I'm so glad that you could join us today for our resolution solution. My name is Holly. I'll be the instructor for this virtual chair yoga class. Now, all you'll need for this class to start out with, it's pretty self-explanatory since it's chair yoga, is a chair. And basically that chair should have a good solid back to it. No armrests on either side. The reason why is because we have a tendency to move around the chair when we're doing the various poses. If you don't have access to that kind of chair, you can do this on an easy chair or recliner or your sofa. And I'll give you cues for those modifications when we get to that point in the practice. Eventually in chair yoga, you can stand up and use the chair as a prop. But for this, we're going to be doing all the practice inside in the chair. So we'll get started, and what I'll need you guys to do is come and take a seat on the chair. And what we like to do at the beginning of the practice, it's called like a kind of a centering for our practice. And basically what that is you're going to be breathing, inhaling deeply, and then exhaling. A lot of times we like to try to do our breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth, or you can do both the inhaling and exhaling through your nose. It depends. Some people might have colds this time of year, so it might be a little difficult doing that exhaling through your nose. But you can do these deep inhales through the nose, then exhale. We're going to sit with our legs kind of a wide stance right now. Our back should be up against the back of the chair and our shoulders back. And what we're going to do through this centering is we're going to close our eyes. If you want to turn out some lights in your room just to make it more soft lighting, you can do that. But we're just going to close our eyes and breathe for about 30 seconds. So I'll keep track. You just inhale and exhale. We can maybe bring our arms down to the sides. Keep that breathing. We have about 15 more seconds. Trying to get that breath deeper each time with that inhale and exhale. 5 more seconds. I'm going to still stand. We can open our eyes. We're going to start with doing some shoulder rolls and some stretches to loosen up our neck and some of our shoulder back area. So what we're going to do is we're going to, again, begin at the center. So we'll start with our chin in the center, and we'll roll our head right ear, then bring it down to chin to chest, left ear, then back. And we're going to do that complete rotation. Don't speed through this. Do this pretty slowly, breathing as you're doing that. Inhaling, exhaling. Really feeling that rotation in our neck. We're going to, again, bring our chin to our center. Take a deep breath in. You can open your eyes up. We're going to bring our arms up, bringing the arms up, palms to touch. Inhale. Pause at the top. Exhale to press. We're going to do this 3 times, so we're going to bring that on up. Inhale, then exhale to press. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale to press. Bring that down. We're going to bring it up one more time. Inhale, and instead of coming all the way down, we're going to bring our arms back behind our chair so we can kind of bring our fingertips. We're holding our fingertips together in the back, and we're feeling the stretch in the back between our shoulders. Now, we don't want it to be too tight or painful, so you want to make sure that you kind of just squeeze back there a little bit doing that. And you feel a little bit of a squeeze in the back between your shoulders, but not so that it hurts. We don't want anything hurting right now. So just take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to bring that on down. We're going to take our right arm. We're going to put it to our left knee. We're going to put our left arm back, and we're going to look over our shoulder, taking 3 deep breaths in, 3 deep breaths out. Okay, release that back arm, bring that on down. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale once. Then we're gonna bring our other hand over, our left hand over to our right knee. Bringing our right arm back behind us, looking over our shoulder. And again, breathing, inhaling and exhaling 3 times. On that last exhale, we're gonna release that arm, come back to center, and we're gonna do kind of a neck stretch. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our right hand down like this, almost like we're pushing away the floor. So there's a little bit of not tension, but you feel like you're pushing something away. So this is more of a stretch in the arm. We're gonna bring our left ear to our left shoulder. And then we're gonna, if you feel comfortable doing this, you can let your arm just hang down, but a good stretch is to bring it up here and just kind of put your left hand on by your right ear. Breathing in and out 3 times. Once you've reached that 3rd exhale, bring that arm back down. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So we'll take our left hand, kind of push away the ground there a little bit. Bend your right ear to your right shoulder, like that. And then again, bring your right hand up to where your ear is and kind of bend, breathing in and out 3 times. When we reach that last exhale, gently release, bringing that down. Again, bringing our chin back to center. We're gonna do some side bends today, and this is kind of to warm up our core a little bit. So we're gonna bring our arms up to the top, palms facing each other. We're going to inhale when we reach the top here. Exhale when we come down. Inhale as we come up. Exhale as we come down. Inhale up, exhale down. Trying to get those bends a little bit deeper each time, but again, we don't want pain. If it's too much, just modify the bend a little bit. Last one on each side. Inhale, then exhale to press. Come on back up to center, inhale. Pause here a second, holding that breath, and then exhale to down to the other side. Come on back up. Last inhale, and then exhale, press. Next, we're gonna do some arm stretches. So in order to do that, excuse me, we're gonna flex our wrists and some of our fingertips. So in order to do that, you're gonna face your palms shining forward, starting with your pinky. We're gonna pull that pinky back a little bit and take 1 deep inhale and exhale each finger. So starting with the pinky, try and keep your arm pretty straight. Again, we don't want it locked out, but enough that you can kind of have a nice kind of stretch in your back arm too. So pinky inhale, exhale, ring, inhale, exhale, middle, inhale, exhale, index, inhale, exhale, and then our thumb. We're gonna bring our thumb back a little bit, then we're gonna inhale and exhale right there. We're gonna bring our other hand down to our knee, and we're gonna do a rotation with that wrist a little bit, one way, and then rotating back. Bring that on down to our knee. We're gonna do the same thing with our other hand, our left hand. So again, bring that palm out, shining forward, as we would say. And we're gonna start with our pinky finger. Again, 1 inhale, exhale per finger to kind of stretch our hands out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one, our thumb. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna bring that palm down, rotate that wrist a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our right arm up again and kind of pull our hands so that our palms are facing us. And we're gonna pull it back. This is a good stretch for this in the back of your hand and your wrist. And don't pull on it too hard, just enough so you can kind of feel that stretching out. One breath in, one breath out. Bring that on down. Bring the other hand up so the palms are facing you. We're gonna grab our fingertips, kind of bending at our wrist a little bit so there's a nice bend here. Breathing, inhaling, exhaling one time. Bring those on down. We're gonna do a posture check because a lot of times as we go through the poses and everything, we might end up slumping over a little bit. So I want you guys to just do a posture check and see if your back is still meeting the back of your chair. So we wanna have those, we do this so that our rib cage can be open so that airflow can come more up as we're doing these exercises. So we're just doing our posture check, breathing in and out. The next poses we're gonna be doing are cat-cows, which is a yoga pose that is done on the floor normally. But in this case, you can completely do a cat-cow in the chair, and we have that support of the chair underneath us. So basically, I'll demonstrate the difference between a cat and a cow. For a cat pose, you know how cats arch their back. You're gonna come with your shoulders forward like this. So if you guys wanna try that at home where you just are leaning forward like this, inhale, exhale, that's the cat pose. So now the cow pose is a little bit different where you take your shoulders back and your neck back and your front comes out a little bit more. So your head goes back and then you'll breathe in and out. Usually I'll have us do a cat-cow. Inhale to cat, exhale to cow. We can take a little bit wider stance for this too. So if you want to make your feet a little bit hip distance apart, it might give you more flexibility in moving forward. So again, we're going to bring our back to cow. Cat. Bring that head back. Come forward to cat. Back to cow. Last one. Cat, cow. So we're gonna sit here again, do another posture check, because sometimes we have a tendency to stay in our forward pose, but we wanna keep our straight posture, and that helps with our core. So we're coming up to center again. We're gonna do a pose where we're gonna kind of lift off the chair a little bit. This is gonna, it's kind of gonna help our thighs a little bit. I believe it's a chair pose, but we're already in a chair. So, but it's kind of that, and then we're gonna lift off. So I'll demonstrate before you try it. So you're gonna bring your arms up like this, okay? You're gonna lean the arms forward slowly. So they're about shoulder height. They wanna be shoulder height. Then with the weight in our heels, we're gonna kind of push up like this. Hold for a breath and come down. Okay, so I demonstrated that. So we'll start, and we're gonna bring our arms up like this so that they're shoulder not too high. We don't want them high, we want them right about here. And we're gonna take a deep breath in and out. So we're gonna kind of come up, put all that weight in your heels, make sure your bottom's pretty far back on the chair, just for that extra support. And we're gonna come on up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, come on back down. Seated. We're going to bring those arms to the side. Take a deep breath up in. Push away. We're going to do that again. Bring it on up. Push away. Last one, bring up. Again, posture check. Up. Push away. And we're going to do that, try that chair pose one more time. Again, we held that for 3 inhales, 3 exhales. So again, if you feel like it's too much strain on your legs to hold it for that amount of time, you can always do the chair pose where you're actually still in the chair and you're not lifting off. So that's a good modification if you're still trying to build the strength within your thighs. That's really helpful. So always feel like you can always use a chair for additional support. So we're going to try this again. We're going to bring those arms up, bring them back down here so they're like shoulder height. And again, putting the weight in our heels. We're going to lift up off the chair, breathing in and out 3 times. And again, take a break as you need it. On that third exhale, come back in the chair. We'll take a seat. Bring those arms on up for a good inhale, exhale breath. Also helps with our posture. Come on now. Now we're going to do a fold, and this is a forward fold that we're going to do on the front of our chair. This is where we're going to bring our legs kind of hip distance apart. Legs are going to be kind of out a little bit. So they're going to be resting in front of us with more of a straight leg. You can come a little bit closer to the edge of your chair. Your back does not need to be up against the chair at this point, but you want to have enough chair under you that you're not so far forward that you could fall off. We want everybody to be safe today. So make sure you have a good amount of chair under you. All right, so we're going to bring our arms up. And we're actually going to come forward slowly. Inhale, and then we're exhaling as we come downward. So exhale as we come down. If you can touch your toes, great, that's fine. If not, you can come to your shin. That's fine. We're going to pause here a bit. So we're going to take a breath, inhale, exhale if you're at your toes. We're going to come up to our shins. Inhale, exhale. Then we're going to slowly come back up one vertebrae at a time, inhaling at the bottom, coming all the way up to the top. Inhale, then exhale, press. We're going to do exercise 2 more times. So again, we're going to bring that on up, and we're going to slowly come down one vertebrae at a time. Big, deep inhale. Palms facing each other. If you want to try and add some resistance by like you're actually pushing, like you're holding a ball, you can do that. That adds a little bit more resistance to your arms, but you don't have to do that today if you just want to just enjoy the way down. So take a deep breath at the top, and we're going to come down, exhaling slowly. So again, if you can touch the floor this time, you can try that to see if that's, now that's a pretty deep stretch. So if you can't do that, just come to your toes or your shins. And again, we're going to inhale and exhale about 3 times down here because this is our second one. So deep inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. We're going to come on up, slowly one vertebrae at a time, putting our palms facing each other. Deep breath down here, coming on up, holding that breath. As we come to top, push away. Good strong breath, pushing that down. So you just, so we're going to try this one last time. So again, bring that on up. This will be our last one. And then we're going to go down again slowly. Deep inhale at the top, and then exhale as we go down. Again, touching our toes, or if you can touch the floor, that's great. You should be feeling the stretch in the back of your thighs. That's where most of your stretch is coming when your legs are straight. So breathe in and out 3 times. Once you've reached that third exhale, we'll take an inhale. Come on up. We're going to bring our feet back to us, closer to our body. Scoot back on your chair, not too far back. We still don't want our back touching the back, but a little bit back. Feet flat on the floor. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Now the next pose that we're going to go through is it's a warrior sequence. Now this is the part where I was telling you about where we use all sides of the chair. For many of you, if you have arms on the sides of your chair, to modify it, you're gonna, when we get to the point where we're doing our warrior pose, and I'll demonstrate it, don't try this yet, is we're going to start with taking our right leg back, and we're gonna put our left leg like this. And this is when we're at the front of our chair. If you happen to have arms on your chair, or if you're on a couch that maybe has a long cushion or whatever, just make sure if you have like a puffy cushion that it's kind of bouncy, make sure you're far enough back that you're not gonna fall off the cushion. We don't want that to happen, but just kind of like make it so that this is if you have like arms on either sides of your chair. If you don't, this is a pretty deep stretch. And some people, even if you have a chair without arms might want to stay in this position because it's not as deep of a stretch. But you're going to bring yourself like this, where you're bringing your leg kind of behind you and your leg is in front of you. So this is our warrior two pose. So we're going to bring our arms up, where we're going to kind of bring it up. And we want to have that kind of straight, where we're looking over our fingertips. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths in, 3 deep breaths out in this pose. Then we're going to go to Exalted Warrior, which is we bring our right hand back to our right thigh. We're going to bring our palms up. And again, this is a very deep stretch too. So don't feel like you need to go all the way back if that's not your, if you can only come here, that's fine. It's still going to stretch your side. So we're going to look up and have the palms facing down, looking up at our fingertips, excuse me, breathing in and out. 3 times on this pose. Then we're going to come again back to our warrior two. Now what we're going to do next is this is a very deep kind of dive. So if you feel like you need to move maybe closer to the front of your chair because it's a pretty deep stretch, you can do that. But we're going to keep our arms out like this, and then we're going to bring our left hand down so that it's inside our left foot. We're going to have our right arm pointing up, fingers pointing towards the sky. We're going to take about 3 inhales, exhales here. When you've reached that 3rd exhale, slowly come on up to our warrior two position. We're going to pause here a second. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale to get our breath kind of stabilized. That's a pretty deep stretch. So we're going to come now, next we're going to scooch ourselves around. Make sure your feet are always on the floor when you're doing this scooch. You don't have to lift them up. It's kind of like they're shuffling around the bottom of the floor right there. And then we're going to bring the other one back over here. And we're going to repeat that same sequence on the other side. So we'll be putting our left leg back, our right leg forward. And again, do those modifications that I showed you earlier. If you, even if the stretch is too deep, having it all the way back, bring them a little bit forward is fine. So again, we're going to do our warrior two. So again, we're going to bring our right leg out here, left leg back. And again, we're going to situate ourselves so that we're kind of straight. And you might feel like one side is a little bit more flexible than the other, and that is completely normal. Everybody has a stronger side. And I know I can always tell when I'm doing it, oh, that's not the side. But again, don't, if it hurts or anything, don't try to just modify the stretch. Don't go as deep. We're going to bring that on up, looking over our fingertips, breathing in and out 3 times. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And again, we're going to bring that left hand back to our left thigh, right hand up, shining down towards us. Again, you don't have to bend all the way back. Go back as far as your flexibility is. And we'll just do the stretch that way. So we're going to hold this for 3 inhales, 3 exhales. On that last exhale, we're going to slowly come on back up to our warrior pose, looking over our fingertips, breathing in and out, centering ourselves again. We're going to, again, shuffle our feet over to the center so that we're centered again. We're going to do some movements with lifting our knees and toe taps. So first of all, for this pose, we're going to start out in a seated pigeon pose. Now this is another good hip flexor stretch. And again, it is kind of a deeper stretch. So if you have some hip issues, maybe don't go as deep in the stretch. I'm going to show you, I'm going to cross my right leg over my left, kind of like a figure 4 almost. We're going to stand up here. You want to come to the edge of your chair. Again, not too far to the edge, but enough there's support under you. And so you're going to put your knee up here. We're going to have our straight posture. Now, since we're not right by the back of our chair at this point, we kind of have to kind of feel where our posture is. And that helps is if you put your shoulders back a little bit so they're not slumping too far forward. We're gonna take our right hand and kind of push down on that thigh a little bit, not so much that it hurts, but just opening that hip up, breathing in and out. We're gonna bring our hands up to the top, and then we're gonna bring our hands to heart center, which is almost part of a goddess pose, but we use this a lot in yoga practice. So we bring it down here. So we're gonna inhale at our chest here. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale up. And we're kind of pushing our hands a little bit, so we feel a little bit of resistance there. But again, don't do it if it hurts. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, pause, hands to heart center on the inhale, exhale. Then we're gonna take our left elbow and kind of twist it. And again, we're not gonna slump over for this. We're gonna kind of stay a little up, bringing our elbow to our knee. And again, if this is too much of a stretch, you don't have to go that far. You can just do a torso twist. So we'll bring it here. Inhale, exhale, inhale to center, pause, exhale. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're gonna bring that leg down. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna kind of bring our, we're gonna switch sides again. We'll do the opposite side, but before we do that, we're gonna have our arms out like this, and we're gonna do a toe tap with the right leg that we just had the other leg resting on. So just do some light toe taps. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. We're gonna come back down, again, center ourselves. We're still kind of closer to the front of the chair. We're going to bring our other leg crossing over. So we're gonna do this, I think this was the way, I got turned around. So this is the leg that we're gonna do. So we're gonna put our leg up here. Again, we're gonna bring our arms up, and then we're gonna exhale, down. Do that again, inhale up, then exhale down. Last one, inhale up, exhale down. Now we're gonna do the same thing we did on the opposite side. We're gonna take our elbow, make it reach our knee, and we're gonna inhale and exhale as we do those spinal twists. So we're gonna inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Bring that leg back down. We're gonna do those toe taps again. So we're again seating close to the edge of our chair, bringing those arms out. We're gonna bring our leg up and tap 4 times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, that's 2. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. So on that last exhale, we're gonna again sit back here. We're going to shift back a little bit. We're going to do again some forward folds where before we did it with the straight leg. This time we're going to do them with the legs a little bit closer, still wide hip width apart, but not right out in front of us. And this might make it so that we might be able to get a little bit deeper when we go down. When we go down to touch the floor, we might even be able to touch the floor because we've had a lot of stretching prior. So you might find it a little easier this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to come on up, bring our arms up. And then we're gonna kind of, again, like we did earlier, come down, but again, our legs are bent, come down to the floor, touch the floor, and that wide stance might give you a little more room to touch the floor. So inhale, exhale. So you kind of feel your belly. You can feel your belly expanding, maybe down on underneath. So inhale, exhale. We're gonna inhale, exhale, come to shins. Pause, inhale, exhale, come to the floor. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to the shins, and we're gonna bring this pose up. So we're gonna, again, bring those arms out. Coming on up slowly. Breathing. Straight posture, press down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're gonna do one more of these, and then we'll be ready for our cool down. It goes so fast, so we'll do one more chair pose. So we're gonna come on up, gonna slowly bend down, exhaling as we come down, touching the floor, and if I'm happy I can touch the floor. I hope you guys are able to touch the floor, but if not, don't beat yourself up about it. That's something with flexibility, and you'll get to that point. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, come to shin, inhale, exhale, come to the floor, inhale, exhale, last one, shin, inhale, exhale, bringing that up. Take a deep breath when we're on our shin, inhaling, bringing those arms up, and then pushing away. I love these stretches. They just help you with breathing so much. Inhale up, then exhale down. All right? So now what we always do at the end of a yoga practice is we do it's called Shavasana. It's where we kind of clear our mind and we kind of really focus on the practice we just did, clearing our mind of all the stress and tension. And again, you can do Shavasana anywhere. Like you can do this at your desk, or if you're at home or school, if you have a quiet place. It helps focus our breathing, brings our heart rate down if maybe you're in a stressful situation. So breathing is such an important thing with stress and anxiety, especially in today's society and driving and everything. So we want you to be able to, you can even practice this breathing when you're driving, just when you're at a stoplight, but just don't close your eyes. So we're gonna sit back, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of lean back first. So your back should be touching the back of your chair. Palms should be on your lap, or on your thighs. Make your legs hip distance apart. Close your eyes. Breathing in and out. Usually in practice, I try to limit my talking in Shavasana, but since you guys are new, I'll kind of cue you to some of the things that we'll be doing. Breathing, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, feeling those shoulders lift up on the inhale, dropping on the exhale. So inhale, exhale. We're gonna kind of bring our arms down to our sides, and our feet can be a little bit out, but not so that it's uncomfortable. When you lay flat on the floor, this is called, it's not a good term, but it's a corpse pose. It's just kind of you're lying kind of limp, so you don't have any muscle activity going on right now. So you're just gonna take, with your arms down at your sides, we're gonna keep up there, breathing in and out. Clearing our mind, clearing the stress with every breath, making it deeper each time. We're again going to do some shoulder rolls side to side. So we'll start with our chin at our chest, chin to chest, rolling our heads all the way around, breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Keeping track of that breath. Bring our chin back to center. We're going to do some shoulder rolls back. So these shoulder rolls, we'll start with them going backward first, Inhaling at the top, exhaling as we come down. So inhale, exhale down. Almost like you're pushing away with those exhales coming down on those shoulder rolls. We're going to reverse, going forward. Shoulder rolls, stretching them. Still keeping our eyes closed, concentrating on our breath and our body movements. We're going to pause a second, take a break here. Again, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Last stretch we're going to do, we're going to bring our right arm up, slowly bringing that up, reaching the sky, kind of reaching it up, then just pushing down with one arm. So we're bringing that up, scooping up, pushing down. Put the right hand back on your right lap thigh. Bring that left arm up, inhale up, push down. Inhale up, push down. Last one, inhale up, push down. We'll center ourselves. Focus a second, still on our breathing. When you feel ready, after you're centered, you can slowly bring your chin up, flutter your eyes open, bring your head forward. And I want to thank you so much today for your practice and for joining me today. I really enjoyed teaching you. This is the first time I've ever done a virtual chair yoga class. So I appreciate your participation in the class. I hope you'll join us back at Dodge because again, this is a popular class that I do each week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So again, I'm going to turn it back to the end. So thank you so much. You guys have a great rest of your week.